Leaders gathered in Turkey on Tuesday with a message for Donald Trump. We are heeding the call to spend more on Europe's defense.
Breaking news from around the world. The Middle East is facing a dangerous military escalation. The second is that NATO has announced major decisions that could reshape the global security. And the last one is that the FIFA World Cup has officially entered into quarter-final with record-breaking excitement. Please stay with us as we break down the three biggest global stories you need to know today.
The promise of peace shattered. One blast after another in the port city of Bandar Abbas. Iranian state media reporting explosions across 3 cities in southern Iran.
The Middle East is on the brink of a major regional war. Explosion, missile strikes and rising tensions between the United States and Iran are sending shockwaves across the world. The conflict between the United States and Iran has escalated dramatically after Iranian drone and missiles targeted commercial oil tankers in the strategic Strait of Hormuz. In response, the United States launched missile strikes over 2 consecutive nights, striking more than 170 Iranian military targets, including defense systems, radar stations, and naval assets. Iran quickly retaliated by firing drones missiles towards US military bases in Bahrain, Kuwait, and Qatar. Meanwhile, the United States President Donald Trump declared that the previous negotiated truce is over, while countries like Pakistan are calling for immediate restraint to prevent a wider regional conflict that could disrupt global oil supplies and impact global economy. That is
Turkey on Tuesday with a message for Donald Trump. We are heeding the call to spend more on Europe's defense. The Ankara summit saw a series of big deals set out. Among the announcements was a plan to spend $4.5 billion on new early warning radar planes from Sweden's Saab. Speaking earlier, NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte called for a defense industry revolution to counter.
A historic NATO summit has just ended with major decisions that could reshape global security, from Ukraine defense to a renewed push for Greenland. Here is what happened. The 2 days NATO summit concluded in Ankara, Turkey, with allied leaders calling it the start of a new era, in which European nations will take greater responsibility for their own defense. One of the biggest announcements came from the US President Donald Trump and Ukraine President Zelensky, who confirmed that Ukraine has been granted a license to manufacture Patriot air defense missiles domestically. The move is expected to strengthen Ukraine's long-term defense against ongoing Russian missiles attacks. Meanwhile, President Trump also renewed his proposal for the United States to gain control of Greenland. However, the official from Denmark and Greenland quickly rejected the idea, reaffirming that Greenland is not for sale and remain under their sovereign control.
Versus Belgium, Norway versus England, and Argentina versus Switzerland, with every match carrying historic rivalries, revenge stories, and unforgettable World Cup memories. France and Morocco will renew their rivalry after their memorable 2012.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is heating up. The quarterfinals are officially here. The World Cup biggest football tournament is breaking records both on and off the pitch. The first ever 48-team FIFA World Cup has reached the quarterfinal stage, with the final 8 now battling for a place in last 4. The tournament has already made history, generating more than 20 billion video views across digital platforms and filling stadiums to an incredible 99.7% capacity. As the conversation intensifies, millions of fans around the world are tuning in, making the World Cup the biggest trending event across the social media and global television. Let me know, what do you think, or who do you think, which team do you think will win or will lift this 2026 FIFA World Cup trophy? Let me know in the comments. Thank you.